Jesus. Yeah.
Calvinism seemed to be everywhere. We even made the cover of Time magazine. I think it's safe to say Calvinism was cool.
Do they call you pastor here or dude?
I'll go with either. You can call me Pastor Dude if you want. Most it's Pastor Mark. Well, howdy, Marcel.
Mark Driscoll is the pastor and figurehead of Seattle's Mars Hill Church, nearly 8,000 strong and among the fastest growing in America. He is a Calvinist and believes that people's fates are predetermined. And it's your belief, is it not, that people are preordained, heaven or hell, right out of the chute, right from the get-go?
Yeah, I believe God saves people. I believe Jesus is God. I believe the Bible is true. I believe people are really going to hell. Those things in our culture are seen as crazy.
Mark Driscoll was something of an absolute phenomenon. There was a bit of a turf war over Mark Driscoll where the emerging church wanted him and the Reformed group wanted him. And after a time, he really discovered solid Reformed theology and came to love it and came to herald it.
I named my middle son Calvin Martin after John Calvin and Martin Luther. Pretty much tells you what team I'm on, right? You name your children by virtue of your team. That's why none of my children are named Judas, for example. That's a different team.
He was publishing on a rapid basis as a young man. He was somebody who could just off the top of his head rattle off any number of different theological concepts or figures. Somebody whose church was growing at a spectacular rate in one of the most difficult parts of the country.
In many ways, Mark Driscoll was the perfect symbol for this movement. He was young, he was bold, and he said so many things that we needed to hear.
Some of you guys have been coming here for years. You still got your hands all over your girlfriend. Some of you guys have been coming here for years. You're still not praying with your wife. Some of you guys have been coming here for years. You're still single and having sex. Some of you guys will even as I'm preaching the sermon, some of you will be sitting next to your girlfriend or your fiance or your wife. Some of you guys have already whispered in her ear, "I'm sorry, I'll do better, trust me, let's just move on real quickly." How dare you? Who in the hell do you think you are? Abusing a woman, neglecting a woman, being a coward, a fool, being like your father, Adam. Who do you think you are?
My generation wanted that. We wanted someone young and charismatic. He attracted young, smart, thoughtful, talented Christians and reached them in a way that, who else had at that point?
Pastor Mark, what is your greatest long-term fear about Mars Hill as it continues to grow?
I guess the things that I'm always worried about are, for me, doing something to disqualify myself or discredit the gospel, like that would destroy me. So many people loving, giving, serving, praying, caring, that a guy in my position can really gum that up pretty easy if he becomes arrogant or unrepentant or unteachable. The real liability in the system as we built it is if the campus pastor really gets off track. Because the people know the campus pastor, love the campus pastor, follow the campus pastor. As long as he loves Jesus and his wife and his church and is doctrinally, biblically sound, everything is great. But if he gets squirrely or sideways, then we've got liability. So you and I are probably the two biggest risk factors. So it's not going to be me, it's not going to be you. We'll make that deal, okay?